Morning. Strategy is everything. What I mean by that is a lot of the times I feel like I'm overcomplicating a project. Like today, for example, I was supposed to just film a bunch of B-roll for my Instagram for a bunch of content strategies I have going on. Strategy, there's the key word again. So I was set today to film all that. I just got everything set up, as you can tell. But I wasn't actually planning on filming a YouTube video today. And that's what I'm talking about, is complexity, I feel, is often misinterpreted. So what I'm starting to realize lately is that complexity isn't actually a bad thing. Complexity is a great thing. The key difference is strategy. And we're gonna get into that today. Let's go.
Oh, fire! Oh my goodness! What's the procedure? Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
So, I just discovered how much haze is too much haze because I may have just set the fire alarm off, which freaked me out. Started really freaking out, so I was running, opening the windows, trying to get the fan going, blowing it, and then I run out the door and I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding. What? That's weird. I go to the front because I don't know the actual procedure for what happens with the fire alarm. I waited and eventually a fire truck did come, but I don't think they were here for me because they went a different direction. But I figure if they were here, they would have been here in that time, so I figured it's all clear. But long story short, there's smoke detectors. Watch how much haze you're pumping into the room, because I didn't realize I had that much going, I guess. So if you've ever set off an alarm because of too much practical effects, let me know, because I will be remembering this one. So yesterday I saw a video, and to summarize it, the video basically said, make it make sense to you. And that really kind of struck a good chord with me. And it kind of, to put in perspective, is talking, if you want to go work out at the gym and you're not a morning person, well, if it doesn't make sense for you to go work out in the gym in the morning, make it make sense to go. If it's in the middle of the day, that makes sense for you, it's going to be the optimal time for you to go work out because it makes sense for you. And I think applying that into every area of your life is so important. And it's not just a matter of when to do it, it's how to do it as well. So for me, I really like to overcomplicate things, and I'm starting to take that as a good thing. So, for this video, wasn't planning on doing it. It's just supposed to be simple B-roll.
That didn't get interrupted by a fire alarm.
But for me, overcomplicating it does make sense for me to take it one step further. And I think it's important to change your brain from overwhelm, from that sense of, oh, I have to do this thing, to an opportunity mindset, whereas I get to do this thing, how can I do it the best that makes sense for me, not what works better for everyone else. And I think that it's very easy to forget that, and it's just very important to remember. So make it make sense for you. Huge. Trust me, you have not lived until you learn how to jazz up your PB&Js. Just pick up the salt. Ask me sometime about my PB&J addiction. It is real. Honestly, seriously, one of my favoriteest foods, and it is my lunch today. And I love it. Sometimes doing more at once means doing less later, and that's kind of self-explanatory in a way. But so for me today, I'm filming all this B-roll mostly because I didn't really like how I was presenting my work on Instagram, stuff like that. But even though I'm doing all the work today, it makes life easier in the long run, and it's not just I'm batch recording a bunch of already pre-planned ideas. No, I'm pre-recording a bunch of assets that I can use when I have those ideas. So when I have those ideas, I can easier implement them, share my work faster in more better, unique ways that are more suited to me. So it's not I'm doing all this work up front for a few things. It's I'm doing a lot of overcomplicated work to make life less complicated in the long run, and that's where the strategy of it comes in. When I wanted to figure out how to present my work in a better, more me way, it was, okay, how can I do that? How can I maximize that? And how can I make sure it goes beyond the initial plan I have for it? How can I make it a longer lasting, more brand building thing? So that's what today is, and of course we're overcomplicating it by doing this video, but yeah. Can we also just talk about how amazing this wide lens is, as I haven't used it in a long time? And I mean, look at this. Like, I mean, I actually don't have a video feed right now, so I'll see this later on, but I mean, wow. Okay, so the gist of this video is don't limit yourself. I heard a quote a while back. It's a great one. It was, even if you shoot for the moon and miss, you'll still land among the stars. And I love that one. It's no matter how ambitious you are, you will succeed in it. And that might mean overcomplicating something to the extreme
That other people call crazy.
but you got that strategy in your brain that you can't explain, you have to do, and it's okay not to tell anyone about it. It's okay to just work on it and let your results speak for themselves. Let your action be the reward, right? So if you start pushing yourself more in different ways, like for me creatively, I think you'll start noticing that in your life as a whole, you'll start pushing, being more ambitious, seeing the complexity, but strategizing and be more efficient, more creative. Just everywhere in your life, it'll start to expand. And for me today, I was ambitious and tried to overcomplicate things, and I didn't get everything filmed that I wanted to. And I'm choosing to stop because I'd rather focus on it another day, come back at it strong, but I'm still happy at the fact that I pushed hard and overcomplicated it, and I got results I didn't even think of when I was planning it, right? So the point is to challenge yourself to overcomplicate something. That's my goal for you. That's what I'm gonna challenge myself to do. You know, I sat down yesterday and I started planning out kind of a formula for making easier YouTube videos, and I got to implement it today. So already yesterday I could implement it today when I didn't even consider that an option before. So it's already winning and working, and I don't know, it's great. So keep pushing, because I'm going to keep pushing with you. I'm excited to see what happens. I know I keep saying I'm excited, but I am excited, and it's good to be excited, and let that excitement create complexity, and let the complexity bring along a strategy, and let that be a winning strategy that's going to take you to the moon and beyond. Okay, so I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you in the next video. So, why do I always start with so? Easier executed. I can't talk like this. Just a good thing. It's a great It hasn't kicked in yet, obviously.